Walt Disney was born on December 5, 1901, in Chicago's Hermosa neighborhood, the fourth son of Elias and Flora Disney. In 1906, the family moved to a farm in Marceline, Missouri, where Walt discovered his love for drawing, often sketching cartoons and practicing with watercolors and crayons. Living near the Santa Fe Railway sparked a lifelong fascination with trains. He began school in 1909 and later recalled Marceline as one of the happiest, most influential periods of his life. In 1911, the family moved to Kansas City, where Walt attended Benton Grammar School and befriended Walter Pfeiffer, who introduced him to vaudeville and movies. Walt and his brother Roy delivered newspapers twice daily, a demanding job that hurt his grades but lasted over 6 years. He also took art classes on weekends and through correspondence. The Disneys returned to Chicago in 1917, where Walt attended McKinley High School, contributed patriotic cartoons to the school paper, and studied at the Chicago Academy of Fine Arts at night. Too young to join the Army in 1918, he altered his birth date and enlisted in the Red Cross as an ambulance driver, arriving in France just after the armistice and decorating his ambulance with cartoons. After returning to Kansas City in 1919, Disney worked as an apprentice artist and partnered with UB Iwerks, though their first studio quickly failed. Disney then joined the Kansas City Film Ad Company, where he became interested in animation and began experimenting with cell techniques. He and Fred Harmon produced short cartoons called Newman's Lithograms, which led to the creation of Lithogram Studio in 1921. Despite hiring several young animators, the studio went bankrupt in 1923. In 1925, Disney married ink artist Lillian Bounds. Their marriage was generally happy, and they had 2 daughters, Diane born 1933 and Sharon adopted 1936. Lillian focused on managing the household and supporting Disney, avoiding Hollywood's social scene. The family kept their daughters largely out of the public eye to protect their privacy. Disney moved to Hollywood and sold Alice's Wonderland to distributor Margaret Winkler, forming the Disney Brothers Studio with Roy. They hired Virginia Davis and later brought Iwerks to Hollywood. The successful Alice comedies ran until 1927, after which Disney and Iwerks created Oswald the Lucky Rabbit for Universal. In 1928, Disney lost the rights to Oswald and most of his staff when producer Charles Mintz tried to cut his pay, leaving only Iwerks loyal to him. To replace Oswald, Disney and Iwerks created Mickey Mouse, originally named Mortimer but renamed on his wife's suggestion. Iwerks refined the design, while Disney gave the character his voice and personality. Mickey first appeared in 1928 in Plain Crazy and the Gallopin' Gaucho, which failed to find distributors. The third short, Steamboat Willie, used synchronized sound and became a hit. Disney then launched the Silly Symphony series, hiring composer Carl Stalling and new artists. After conflicts with distributor Pat Powers, Disney briefly suffered a nervous breakdown in 1931, but recovered and signed with Columbia Pictures. The studio introduced new characters like Pluto, Goofy, and Donald Duck, and produced Flowers and Trees 1932 in full-color Technicolor, winning an Academy Award. In 1933, The Three Little Pigs became a massive success, earning another Oscar and expanding Disney's staff. Recognizing the importance of storytelling, Disney established a separate story department to craft engaging plots for his films. By 1934, Disney wanted to move beyond shorts and began producing Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the first full-color, feature-length animated film. Despite skepticism from the industry and massive costs, Disney pushed for realism, using live animals, actors, and a new multiplane camera for depth. Snow White premiered in 1937, earning critical acclaim, $6.5 million, and an honorary Academy Award. The studio then produced Pinocchio and Fantasia, 1940, which suffered financially due to World War II, leaving the company in debt. To recover, Disney and his brother Roy held a stock offering and cut salaries, prompting a 5-week animators' strike in 1941. During this time, Disney traveled to South America. Despite the turmoil, Dumbo 1941 was completed simply and successfully. After Dumbo 1941, Disney produced military training and propaganda films during World War II, including Der Führer's Face, which won an Academy Award. Feature films like Bambi underperformed, leaving the studio deeply in debt. Bank of America supported Disney, recognizing the long-term potential of his work. In the late 1940s, facing competition from other studios, Disney reduced short films and, on Roy's advice, began combining live-action and animation, launching the successful True Life Adventures series in 1948. In the early 1950s, Disney returned to animated features with Cinderella, 1950, while also producing live-action films like Treasure Island and the story of Robin Hood and his merry men. He began delegating animation to his 9 old men and launched his own distribution company, Buena Vista. Disney had long envisioned a theme park and, after studying European parks, purchased land in Anaheim, founding WED Enterprises to design Disneyland, which opened in 1955 to immediate success. Television helped fund the project through programs like Walt Disney's Disneyland and the Mickey Mouse Club, which included the hit Davy Crockett miniseries and related merchandising. Disney continued live-action and animated films, collaborating with experts like Werner von Braun on Man in Space 1955, and pioneering new animation techniques in films including Sleeping Beauty 1959 and 101 Dalmatians 1961. He produced Mary Poppins 1964 and helped expand CalArts, while also designing exhibits for the 1964 New York World's Fair, many of which became Disneyland attractions. In the 1960s, he planned new resorts, including Walt Disney World near Orlando, featuring the Magic Kingdom, a prototype city showcasing emerging technologies. He remained actively involved in studio projects, including The Jungle Book 1967, The Happiest Millionaire 1967, and Winnie the Pooh and the Blustery Day 1968. A heavy smoker since World War I, Disney was diagnosed with lung cancer in November 1966, and died of circulatory collapse on December 15, 1966. At age 65, he was cremated and interred at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Glendale, California. At his death, Disney had worked on 81 feature films, including The Jungle Book, 1967, and The Happiest Millionaire, 1967. Winnie the Pooh and the Blustery Day, 1968, earned him a posthumous Academy Award. His studios continued producing films, later entering the Disney Renaissance with The Little Mermaid, 1989. Disney received 59 Academy Award nominations, winning 22 a record. He earned 2 Special Achievement Awards, the Cecil B. DeMille Award, and an Emmy for producing Disneyland. Many of his films, including Steamboat Willie, Snow White, and Fantasia, are in the U.S. National Film Registry. He has stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame for film and TV, and Mickey Mouse and Disneyland also received stars. Globally, Disney earned over 950 honors, including France's Légion d'honneur, the Presidential Medal of Freedom, and the Congressional Gold Medal. Other awards include the Audubon Medal, international orders from Thailand, Germany, Brazil, and Mexico, and honorary degrees from Harvard, Yale, USC, and UCLA. A Minor Planet, 4017 Disney was named after him. In 2021, the Metropolitan Museum of Art held a special exhibit, inspiring Walt Disney, honoring his legacy. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.